All right, guys, what's going on? CJ here with another NFL Week 6 podcast today with none other than my boy T. What's up, T? How you doing, man?
Shit, how are you doing, Mr. 17 straight?
17 straight.
Why don't we tell the audience and all the fans that are listening that actually want to make money and take our sports picks
Stop
serious?
it. Stop. You're trying to hype me up. I have won 17 straight days. Yes, I have. I've taken them on the chin too. While sports
explain
betting.
to the viewers what that means. Can you define what 17 straight days means?
17 straight days means pretty much that I've made a profit for 17 straight days, putting in a wager, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So I haven't lost even $1 in 17 days. I've only made money.
Right. So in 17 straight days, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, next week, Monday, Friday, Sunday, following week, couple days.
Oh shit, that's over 2 weeks. Yeah. That's a good fucking feeling. It is.
Single day.
It has. This is one of the most legendary runs I've had, if you want me to be completely honest with you, in terms of profitability.
Are doing this right now that are this hot in America?
I don't know. I'm sure there's somebody out there, man. I always try to look at the opposite side of the coin.
1% of the nation, half of 1% in the nation has won 17 straight days.
Man, I don't know.
There's no way I don't even think 1% of the world is at 17 straight days.
I don't have that data, but probably not.
The reason why we don't have that data is because ain't nobody doing it to take the data on it.
I don't, man. I will add, I don't want to toot my own horn. Thank you, though, for some of those days were half unit pluses, but I'll take them, even if it's a half unit, I'll take it. I don't want to toot my own horn, but we did sweep the whole NFL board Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. We won them all. So, or I should say the weekend. I'm so sorry. Sunday, Monday. That's what I should say. I'm so sorry.
Most probably 17 straight days.
Yeah. So it's big, man. Obviously, today's a little bit slower. We're taping this on Tuesday. There's only 2 MLB games and some random college game that I was trying to dig some value out of. But these are the hard ones, right? So I try to find a little something, and I think I know what I'm going to roll with. But I'm going to wait it out a little bit. There's no rush. What I like to tell people is there's no rush, man. When you're doing well, sometimes you need a little reboot for yourself. Just go enjoy yourself. Just pat yourself on the back for what you just did. If you've been able to stick to the bankroll management and you've been doing what you've been doing and you haven't veered off and tried to hit a 45 freaking leg parlay or anything fucking crazy like that, you should be good. And, it's nice to go enjoy it in a day, especially on a day when there's less games. Just enjoy it.
Amen.
So, but yeah, man, thanks, man. Yeah, that's we've been killing it for sure. Let's hope it keeps going. Let's see if we can make it 18. It's going to be rough to make it 18. The only reason I say that is because literally 3 plays on the board. So those are the days where you got to...
I think you'll be all right.
All right. We'll see, man. We'll see. But let's...
I kind of know when somebody's hot. I've been doing this, giving sports picks for 14 years. I've seen players, brother. I've seen a lot of players in my lifetime play. And I can't recollect the last time somebody has won 17 straight days.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Even friends of ours, that are super sharp. But maybe they have a 10-game winning streak, 10-day, 12-day. But 17, none of our close, sharp friends, that's for sure.
No, I believe that people have won 10 straight games, but 17 straight days?
Yeah, I think days is a bigger accomplishment because you can win 10 straight games one day and lose 15 straight the next, and you lost all your profit in 2 days.
Right.
Or 3 days, whatever. But yeah, man. So well, let's get to what the people are here for, huh?
For sure. Let's get
NFL
started.
Week 6, and you're gonna give your Thursday night football pick of the week. San Francisco 49ers going into the Seattle Seahawks. Niners lane 3.5. Weird line, bro. Weird line.
Oh.
What's your play?
Do you think because they're struggling?
Oh, you're talking about the Seahawks or the Niners? I think that line, with how hyped the public is on Seattle right now, would have been lower.
That's Seattle lost 2 straight.
Well, the Niners lost. They lost this past weekend to Arizona, bro. Arizona hasn't beat anybody.
Yeah, but to lose at home to the Giants, ouch.
True. Well, 3.5, man. What do you got for a pick? You got the over Anderson at 47.5.
Over?
Over. So that's your play. This is a pizza money play, huh?
Absolutely.
I knew it. Okay, just so you guys know, this is pizza money. Free pick by my boy T over here. He's gonna like the over 47.5. Are you going strictly based off over just because how Gino's been throwing the ball and then the Niners offense with Shanahan?
Yeah, partially of that, but I also think that it could be one of those games where the defenses give you some scores.
Pick sixes.
Fumbles, whatever, fumbles in certain spots where you're already in range of whatever you can get, whether it's touchdown or a field goal or whatever.
Got it. I see it. Okay. I actually my initial lean on the game. This isn't an official play yet because I haven't really dug too much into this game. I looked at the line. I was late last night because we are taping this on Tuesday. It was late last night, and I was like, I saw it at 3.5, and I was like, okay, well, I got to dig into it, and I just haven't got around to digging into the deep. But believe it or not, I lean 49ers in this spot, even though it's 3.5. To me, it's just because of the short rest and the offensive line for Seattle. But
Short rest.
Yeah, I know, but I think Shanahan will bring his guys more prepared than McDonald as a first-year head coach. Make sense?
Yeah, McDonald hasn't done a bad job.
He hasn't done a bad job, but this is his first four short day rest game.
The real loss to me was against the Giants. But in that Lions game, they were competing as hard as they could. They were in that game.
Yeah, they were. I agree that they were in that game.
But I think the number one offense in the nation right now is the Lions.
You think the number one offense right now is the Lions?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would say that
you can't tell me the Bengals because they're 1-3 or 0-4. That's
no, they're not. But per DVOA, the Ravens are the number one offense right now.
I was going to say, honestly, on my God, to God, or the Ravens, one of those two.
Yeah.
I choose the Lions because they have more weapons offensively.
Yeah. Per DVOA, though, it is the Ravens numbers wise.
I totally can see it. You know what's so funny was I don't think I told the pod, but after the Ravens won 2 weeks ago, who they beat 2 weeks ago?
The Bills.
Right, and the way they beat the Bills, I was like, you know what, man? This is a top 3 team right now. I don't care about the record. This is a top 3.
I picked them up on my power rankings. So every team gets based off of injuries, et cetera, on the power rankings. I picked them up. They were lower. I think they're around the 5-ish right now, 4-ish.
You got them at 5?
I think I got them at like 5-ish, 4-ish. I have to double check. I just released them today.
I mean, it's not too far off what I'm saying.
No, because when you get to the like top 5 teams, they can, unless you're Kansas City, everybody's kind of within each other, depending on who they're beating. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and you know what's so funny about Kansas City? I don't care what anybody says. The only reason why Kansas City is winning these close effing games is because they don't make crucial effing mistakes.
Yes.
The only reason.
Yeah.
The only reason. It's not because they're playing lights out. Their defense is, sure.
Chris Jones is.
I mean, that team could easily be 0-4 if you look at the games and how they ended. They could all be.
They're just they're so great coached, man. That's what I tell people. Like, coaches mean a lot in football.
I mean, man, look at the Patriots run. Look at the Chiefs run. They never get that big hold at the right time. They never get that personal foul.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
They get the stop. They get the stop when they need it.
Get the stop when they need it with no penalties.
Yeah.
Dude, against the Bengals, if there was no PI, they lose that game. The Ravens, that half inch, if his foot was in, they lose that game.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
I do, man. I do.
So the only way this team is beatable, but the only way to beat them is you have to be as disciplined on them on the penalty side than any other team. You got to be disciplined. You
have to be disciplined, just as disciplined for sure.
Sure.
For sure. So, all right. So you're gonna go with that over. I'm gonna just lean Niners. That's your pizza money free pick. You're gonna put some pizza money on. I'll put some pizza money on that over with you possibly. Let me dig into it a little more. Now we're gonna go to the next game. This is an England game again. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars against the Chicago Bears, who came off of that whooping on the Carolina Panthers. Man, Lions minus 2.5. I can see this having value on Jacksonville just because they're used to going to London once a year.
They are.
simply because of that. And then you're putting Caleb Williams in that spot. But Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence are going to have to put up with that.
I remember a couple of years ago, my sharp play for the week was them over the Packers in London. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Was the Packers or was it against the Bills?
I thought it was against the Packers. I know I picked the Packers to lose in London a couple years ago. I forgot who they were. Oh, they were playing against the Giants.
There you go.
Against the Giants, and everybody was criticizing me. I'm like, all right, we'll see. I also have to bring this up. Sorry, I got to make this real quick. If anybody watched my week 1 pod, or maybe a week before my week pod, I told everybody, take the Jets under 10. Did I not?
You did. You said put your house on it.
Put your house on it. Put every fucking cent you have. I knew there was going to be drama. It's New York. Aaron Rodgers is older. He's coming off a 1-year surgery with his torn whatever you want. Like, it was just, you could just see it align the way it was going to align, you know? And you know I'm a big Aaron Rodgers fan, but at the end of the day, I'm here to give picks for people to win.
Yeah.
And that was the truth of how I felt.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, you could. And it's looking horrible. They just fired Salah today. Woo! I don't think he was doing a great job, though, man. I think, I really think he could have done a little bit of a better job. That's just my opinion.
I mean, losing to Denver at home is no excuse.
Yeah, there's no excuses for a lot of those things. And I've been saying this since last year. I was like, yeah, he has Zach Wilson, but still, like, I don't know. You gotta bring them a little more prepped, you know, for the games.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
so I don't blame them for that. Hey, did you hear that security had to take him out?
I didn't hear about that.
I didn't read it, but I heard about it, man. Yeah.
But I mean, dude, let's be honest. If your quarterback is your quarterback, you got to back up your quarterback no matter what. Especially he's getting paid $50 million. By telling people about the cadence that we should change it, that's how Aaron Rodgers gets people off sides. That's how Aaron Rodgers gets free play. You can't make that comment on national television.
So, you're right, but let me ask you this question: do you think he was very upset because he felt the Jets organization felt they took Rodgers' side on that statement?
Well, dude, you know what? He's been in the NFL long enough. Most people are going to do that, especially when they're paying him $60 million and they've invested all their picks into that quarterback. What the fuck you think they're going to do?
Do you think that Salah? Do you think that Salah took that personal? He felt like that's why.
Possibly, but if he did, then he must not know the game that well, because that's just what's going to happen.
100%.
He doesn't. He's not a Mike Shanahan where he's been taking them to the fucking NFC conference, 2 Super Bowls, where maybe he's got a little bit more safe. Plus, his quarterback is Purdy. Nobody's going to choose Purdy over him.
Yeah.
So every situation is different. You're going up against. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback, man. Like you
got a legit defense.
You got probably the top rated.
And you got good running backs. You got good running backs.
For sure.
Yeah, so it's your job to get Garrett Wilson also on the same page too, no? As a head coach?
Yeah.
Like he's been there. He's been there a whole year. He should be primed already.
I 100% agree.
So that's what your job is as a coach, to put people in the right places, like Andy Reid, like Bill Belichick.
Let me ask you this though, and I'm not trying to defend Robert, okay? Robert is a defensive coordinator, yes?
Yes.
Has he done his job on defense for that team?
Yes. Okay, so just demote him.
What's up?
Demote him, DC, and then put Nathaniel Hackett as the head coach, man.
Yeah. But you know what, man? I love Aaron Rodgers, and you know my buddy CJ will tell you. Nice enough got me a couple of years back an MVP Aaron Rodgers helmet from the Packers, and I'm a big Aaron Rodgers fan. But let's be honest, he's not playing well.
No, he's not. He's not. Maybe it's the age. Maybe it's the Achilles. We don't know. Maybe it's the offense. We don't know. The guy can still put a spiral hard. He could. Throw it. These next 5 days, 5 games, 5 weeks will show us what he's made about, truthfully.
Oh, dude, they're done. They got the Bills next.
I'm talking about Rodgers' career. Like I want to see what he's going to bring to the table.
I mean that Jets game, bro. There's 2 teams that are desperate for a win. Whoever wins that game,
Monday night, right?
Desperate. That's desperate.
Yeah.
Both teams are desperate.
I was thinking about that. What a fucking showdown we have next Monday. What a fucking game.
Both teams should play this game as in it's a playoff do or die, because it is.
Yeah, it is. 100%
that conference, you know what's so funny, though? The conference is still up for the Jets. They're still in it. By every imagination you can put there, they're still in it.
100%. Yeah, I agree. So, anywho, I know we digressed a little bit because we like getting into all these things, but Lean is on the Jacksonville Jaguars, the +2.5. And then let's go to next game, Ravens and Commanders. What do you think about the Commanders so far, man? You got the Ravens laying 6.5. Ooh, against a hot team like the Commanders. What's going on here?
What do you think?
What do I think is I'm going to look into that line. And why are they so heavily favored when Las Vegas knows that the public is in love with the Commanders right now? but they're still willing to put a plus 6.5 out there, a juicy plus 6.5 for the public to be like, let's take a look at the Commanders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna dig into that game and see why it's 6.5 because I'm automatically looking at the Ravens, man. The only reason I'm looking at them is because it's simple, right? Everybody's big on the Commanders right now. The Ravens are the Ravens. Everybody's always gonna think what they can about the Ravens, but the simple fact that Jaden Daniels, Rookie of the Year, blah blah blah, this and that, and then you got the Commanders coming into Baltimore, and they're going to give them 6.5, and they're going to hang it up there and say, "Hey, go ahead, take it. There you go. You guys can all have 6.5. Buy it to 7 if you want. Buy it to 7. Buy it to 7. It's only a half a point." I think they're inviting you to play the Commanders, and I want to know why. And that's what I do for a living, and I exploit the shit out of those lines, and I try to find the mismatches and see if I can lay a pretty damn penny on the Ravens. What do you think? I think I gave a little extra info on that, but.
Yeah, you definitely did on that. No, I can definitely see that, man. I definitely can see that.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to, I think, execution. Which team makes the least amount of mistakes? And if you were to put your money on a team that's going to make the least amount of mistakes, it would be the Ravens.
It'd be a Harbaugh team.
Harbaugh team. They've all been together for long periods of time. The Commanders are still a new team being assembled.
Yeah.
So
and there's more tape. There's more tape on that offense now with the Commanders. On more tape on the young quarterback. More games they get to watch.
The way they play.
Yeah, Dan Quinn's got them rolling, but we'll see, man. We'll see.
You know what's funny is I do believe this. Eventually, that college offense they're running, teams will have answers for it. Eventually.
I mean, they will. The thing is, the league's becoming so quarterback friendly that I think that's why it's making it harder for people to have answers for it, truthfully, as it was maybe 10 years ago.
Quarterback friendly in a sense where you can't hit them. You can't hit them. There's a lot of low scoring games going on.
Yeah, but that's because they're playing Tampa too deep. They're leaving two safeties up at the top, and they're making people go to length of the field.
There's just not many deep balls.
Yeah, they still happen. I mean, they still happen. I don't know if they got behind the Chiefs last night, Shaheed, but they still happen. It's just not often,
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm gonna check out that 6.5 on the Ravens, see what's up with that. I think there could be some value there. Let me see if I can find it. Green Bay Packers at Arizona Cardinals. Packers laying 5, man. At Lambeau. Packers coming off of that game, recovering from that horrible Jordan Love pick 6 in the end zone, man. The Cardinals coming off of that big win against the Niners could be a big letdown spot, man. I think this line is where it should be, about 5. Truthfully, I think about 5 is where it should be. I don't know if there's really any value here. What do you think?
No value.
No value, yeah. So we'll skip to the next game. That'll be an interesting game, though. We'll probably be talking about it a little bit next week.
More likely, for sure.
Eagles and Browns. Eagles laying 8.5 against the lowly Browns. Bro, what happened to the Browns?
It's really simple.
Go for it.
Watson sucks dick. It's really
So it's all Watson?
100%.
It's 100%. Yeah, Watson. What happened to that guy?
Watson wasn't a starter last year. It didn't play. That team was still good. They had Joe Flacco. They had a good defense. Everything. When you don't have a quarterback in your training camp, and you don't have a quarterback, sometimes you tend to be like, "Where the fuck are we gonna go? Our quarterback fucking sucks."
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah. It kind of brings.
I think that plays a part. They also lost Chubbs. Last year and this year.
Brings team morale down.
Honest,
wait, did Chubb play last week, or am I tripping?
Did who?
Did Chubb play last week, or am I tripping?
Joe Flacco?
No, Chubb. You said they lost Chubb.
Oh, no. He is not back yet. He's not back yet.
Oh, got it. Okay. You're right, though.
I think he'll be back this week or next week. I heard he's coming back soon.
Yeah.
But again, we don't know how good he's going to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't after injuries.
Let's be honest though. Last year when they had a really good record and they were doing really, really well, did we really expect much out of them still though?
No, I expected them to go into Houston, and I expected Houston to do what they did because I laid a lot of money on Houston.
There you go. So I mean, it's not like they digressed that much. They weren't going to go far. They're in a tough ass division. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, it's not like their expectations were higher than last year. They were just kind of like they're just the Browns. Like, okay, maybe they'll make the playoffs. They're just the Browns. They didn't do any upgrades, so you're right.
For sure.
I think that line at 8.5 is
that contract will go down as one of the worst contracts ever. Worse than probably Wilson's contract. I think all that
worse
money
than
guaranteed.
worse than Bobby Bonilla's, where he's still getting paid.
Bobby who?
Bobby Bonilla. They gave him a 25-year contract where he still gets paid on a certain day of the year, even when he's not playing.
No way.
I forgot what day that is. Yeah, man. Yeah, let me see if I can find that.
I didn't know. I've never been. Nobody's ever told me that.
Yeah, man. Let me see. Let me see if I can find the details. Bobby Bonilla contract.
You know, Watson got $250 million guaranteed.
Let me read this to you real quick. Bobby Bonilla.
After he got sued.
What's up?
No, nothing. Go
ahead.
You
said after he got sued. Yeah, that was his.
After he got sued, he still made all that money.
Bobby Bonilla's contract with the New York Mets is one of the most famous deferred money contracts in baseball history. It includes a deferred payment of $5.9 million owed to Bobby Bonilla after his release.
I'm talking about NFL, worst contract ever in the National Football League.
Dude, Bobby Bonilla is going to get paid till 2035. $5.9 million.
Good for him.
Are you on every July 1st, bro? It's Bobby Bonilla Day.
Just for him.
Yeah, till 2035. So he still has 11 years, bro.
Hopefully one day we'll have a CJ/T days, right?
CJ/T. I like that, man. Yeah, that will be a bad contract. I think 8.5 is right. I think the Eagles are getting healthy, and I think the Browns are in trouble.
For sure, the Eagles have to win. I think the Eagles are coming off a bye too, right?
Yeah, especially because Dallas just won, so they need to win. Yeah, they're coming off a bye. They're getting healthier. Next game, though, Titans-Colts. That's a fucking nobody wants a piece of me game, but it's Titans -1. The line is about right. What you thinking about your boy Will Levis?
I don't know if is he even going to start?
I'm not sure. He hurt his shoulder, but they still.
That's not even that, dude. When they put in the Randolph kid, they won.
Rudolph, yeah. And Rudolph has been in the league, so you never know. Yeah, you don't really know.
I mean, Rudolph is a good backup quarterback, right?
Yeah, for sure.
He ain't no Joe Flacco, but he's good. He's decent.
He ain't no Joe Flacco. I'm gonna skip that game because to be real with you, like I'm not even gonna cap that game. It's -1. I don't see any value yet. I'll look at it a little later.
To all the viewers that decide to play that game, flip a quarter. Pick heads for one team, pick heads for the other. That's your play. That's how close that game is.
Yeah, unless I can find some value in injuries like I did with the Texans and the Bills. Usually games like that are that close, it's tough. You have to really know why you're touching them.
Speaking of the Texans, some way, somehow, I've watched a lot of Texans game this year. I think the best wide receiver right now is Nico Collins.
If he got hurt, but he is good. He got hurt. Yeah, you're right. Did you know he got hurt? Yeah, he got hurt. Stroud and him have a good connection, though, for sure.
He's quick. He's strong.
He can run a route and he can run the deep ball.
Right. But I mean, so that whole team can run the deep ball.
Oh yeah, because they got Tank Dell too, and they have
Tank
Stephon.
Dell can run that shit.
So yeah, that true. I agree with you there, man. But I'm gonna skip that game. That's an ugly game for me. Chargers, Broncos. Chargers laying 3 at Mile High. What do you think of the Broncos?
I think that game's gonna be a good game.
I do too.
Only a good game because it's in Denver.
What were Bo Nix's numbers on Sunday? They destroyed the Raiders, but do you know his numbers?
No, that's not saying much though. But I know. I can look it up.
I think it's Sean Payton's kind of doing a good job with that young team, man.
I heard what's his name. I heard what's his name in an interview yesterday. What's their corner name?
Patrick Surtain.
Patrick Surtain. They were talking about him and his coach, and he said, honestly, he just brought a new culture to us. We needed that culture.
Sometimes you need that, man.
He need that. You need that. Yeah. And he also said, Sean Payton's the type of guy that comes in and has the room because he's got so much.
Yeah. And
that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry, we cut off there a little bit, but we're good. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Let me see here. All right, we're good. We're back?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
All right, good. My bad. Yeah, we were talking about it. Our connection went out because we're doing this via Zoom. My bad. But
you're totally fine.
But yeah, you were talking about that Sean Payton brought a different culture to them that they needed, and Surtain and all of the younger guys needed it pretty much, right?
Sure.
So I actually do agree with you with that because who was the coach before? It was it Hackett?
Yes.
Yeah, he fucking drove him to the ground. So yeah, see, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that he said that. But just looking at the team, I feel like they have a little more juice, man, that they ever had. It took them a year to kind of get them there, but yeah, Sertan is right. So good point on that one, you know. So if you had to lay this game, where are you laying? You laying the +3 at home, or you laying the Chargers -3?
I mean, that's a tough game, man.
It is. It is.
What do you? Tough game, man.
I think the line is pretty accurate, man. I think the
That's
Chargers.
100%.
I think the Chargers should be favored, and I think 3 is a good number. I think 3.5 is too much. I think under 3 is too little.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So next game, Steelers Raiders. The Raiders, man, what a fucking beatdown they took by the Broncos last week. Steelers going into Las Vegas. Steelers -3. It's kind of, excuse me, it's kind of a lot. But then again, the Raiders are exploring changing Minshew for McConnell.
For sure.
What do you think about that line? About
Who's
accurate?
the quarterback going to be? Who's the quarterback going to be for the Steelers?
I mean, did they say that they're going to change Justin Fields or?
No, but after you lose 2 straight, you have an excuse to finally change now. So they could change. They could.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to, but if you lose 2 straight, when you win 3 straight, you're going to keep him as your quarterback. You lose 2 straight, sometimes a change is needed. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do think, I'll go off on a limb and say this. I do think we will see Wilson relatively sooner than later. I do.
I do too. I think, and it's being brought up in the media here and there. So that's when you can tell they're already trying to prime it. Like, right. They kind of want to see Wilson. I think the NFL wants a little controversy because both those quarterbacks are fucking similar.
Well, dude, it's not even that. It's just like when I was watching that Dallas game, I was like, dude, you guys cannot keep putting Pittsburgh on prime time.
It's boring, right? Take the under every game.
I couldn't believe that line was fucking 44.
Oh, dude, we hit it.
Fucking free money away. Let's slam the under.
Yeah, we hit it for sure, man. Yeah, I just thought, what a grimy game, right? We knew it was going to be a grimy game.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But you're right. They got to stop putting Pittsburgh on prime time. Dude.
And, dude, not only that, dude, they lost to a Dallas team that missed 2 of their top defensive players.
Yeah, they didn't even have Parsons or Lawrence.
Can't let that happen. You're at home.
You
can't allow that to happen, brother.
No,
sorry.
I agree, man. I agree.
We all know I'm not the biggest Russell Wilson fan at all, but I think it's getting near that time where it's like, okay, we need to make a change.
Yeah, let's see if he can spark up that offense a little better, you know?
Yeah.
But we'll see, man. I think the Raiders hold a little bit of value in that +3. It all depends on who the QB is going to be and if Mason Crosby's coming back. Or not, Max Crosby, sorry, not Mason. So we'll see, man. Next game, you got the Falcons, Carolina Panthers. Falcons laying 6. This could be a fucking Falcons spot that they finally get it right. I don't know. What do you think? I think their pass game is finally clicking with the Cousins and the guys. Was it that or was it Tampa's defense sucks? That's a great question, right? That's a great question.
That defense looked trash that night, let me tell you that.
They look really bad, man, for sure.
Both defenses look fucking trash, let's be honest here.
Yeah, they did both look bad. But do you credit Cousins and Mayfield or do you just say the defenses are bad?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both, right? You gotta give Mayfield and Cousins credit, but then you also have to be like, damn, you guys need to work on your back end, man.
Yeah, for sure.
They were fucking passing
Mayfield,
the ball like nothing, bro.
Y'all need to shut the fuck up. Y'all need to shut the fuck up.
Everybody who was doubting Mayfield?
A lot of people doubted Mayfield. A lot.
Yeah. You know what?
Everybody doubted Mayfield. Everybody thought Mayfield was washed up.
I did. I thought that. I'll be one of those.
You know?
Yeah, so I did think that I guess I thought he was washed up, but he played well, man. So I know you're a big Baker guy, so I know that you're rooting for him all the time.
I'm not a big Baker guy. I just thought he still had it in him to play a little bit better. But I'm not I'm not the biggest fan, but I see what I see and I say what I say.
Yeah. You pretty much saw a little more left in that tank.
Yeah, for sure.
And you were right. So going back to that, I guess the Falcons were our favored -6 over Carolina. You see any value there in the Falcons or the Panthers at the +6 at home? Or do you think Carolina's just like zipping it up, tagging it in now? They just had that one game with Dalton to put it down on the Raiders.
Well, I mean, I think the line is right. It's hard for me to tell you where. I mean, I think it's spot on. Don't we agree?
Yeah, I do think it's spot on too.
It'd be hard for me to tell you exactly what I think is gonna,
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that line is about spot on. I automatically look at the dog, so I'll check that out in this situation. But who knows? There could be value on the Atlanta side. Okay, next one. We're going to go to Lions and Cowboys. Man, this is going to be a good one. In Dallas, Lions laying 3 in Big D. What do you got? Last year, there was... I think this line was Dallas -6 at home. So what changed from
polished?
No, they won.
Wait, you're not talking about the playoff game, huh? My bad.
No, I'm talking about the regular season game. It was Dallas -6 at home. Now it's Lions -3. So tell me this: from last year to this year, what changed so much that you made Dallas a 6-point favorite to now a 3-point underdog? That's a great question, right? Other than Lawrence being hurt.
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. No, Dallas is not a good team this year. They're just not. Their defense
But they had
is all
almost
over the
they
place.
had
It's not
almost the same
defense.
people. I guess they lost their OC.
They're just not the same. They don't have a number 2. They might now after the Pittsburgh game, but before they didn't have a number 2. So I can see why the line is like that. Do I think it's the right line? Probably not. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I agree too. I think it should be more of a pick 'em, right?
Oh my God, spot on. I thought it's a pick 'em.
I think it should be. So technically, there's little value on Dallas, but Vegas knows something we don't because they're giving the Lions 3 points, and I want to know why.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. So that's that one. Let's go to Cincinnati Bengals, New York Giants. That's the night game. Bengals laying 3 at New York. Man, what you got?
Man, they got the Giants on a Sunday night game against the fucking Commanders.
Against the Bengals.
Shit, how are the Giants on a primetime game?
I don't know. How are the Steelers, bro?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. That's tough because Cincinnati's defense is just utterly trash.
Yeah, they are.
So I think the line's right. Who do I like is hard for me to say. I don't really have an opinion on that just because both these teams are inconsistent. One time they show up good, one time they don't, especially the Giants. We've seen the Giants look terrible, and then we look at them, we're like, wait, this is not the same team from last year. What the hell just happened? So it's tough. What do you think?
I do think it's like that too. It's tough because you got Dable coaching. You just never know with that guy. He gets the best out of his guys in random times. Random fucking times.
Definitely a big fan of his.
Yeah, I just think he gets the best out. I mean, dude, they went into Seattle and won. Yeah, Seattle had a short week, but dude, it's not easy winning in Seattle.
No matter what, it's not easy. But we also have to ask ourselves, how good is really Seattle? But no matter what, it doesn't take away from going to the 12th man and winning. I'm not taking that away from them. But it's time for us to ask our question and Seattle to ask their question. How good are they really?
Well, I can tell you one thing. I don't think their defense is that great as everybody sparked them up to. I think they played mediocre offenses to start the year.
For sure.
Up until they saw the Lions, and the Lions really gave it to them offensively.
The Lions are going to give it to a lot of people this year.
Yeah, I mean, Goff was 18 for 18, right, that game?
Yeah, and he didn't get the game ball.
Fucking wild. I'm going to say -3 with the Bengals. I'm going to say that's the Bengals have to win this game.
Oh, it's the next couple games they have to win.
Yeah, I'm just going to say it every week. The Bengals have to win this game, so...
They have to go on some crazy win streak.
You need to go into New York and win this game against this team because on paper you are better.
Let me ask you this. Do you give them a shot to still make the playoffs?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, because of the wild card.
The Bengals, you still give them a shot to make the playoffs?
I do, because of the wild card.
Yeah, and listen, everybody, you guys should go in there because this guy's hot. I sure as hell don't agree. You should go in there, take the future, then make the playoffs. It'll pay you good because I sure as hell don't think they have the fucking chance.
I mean, dude, they had that game against the Ravens. They were up 10 in the fourth.
You're absolutely right, but they're 1-4.
But they're 1-4, yeah. I just think that team is still good enough.
I'm not debating how good of a team they are. I'm just saying when you're 1-4, the chance of you making the playoffs are slim.
They're slim, but I think they can still make it.
Yeah, and that's a good future bet if you like them for sure. It's going to pay you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So Bengals laying the 3 against the Giants. I mean, I think the value has to be on the Giants, but I think the Bengals have to win the game. Let me put it that way.
Sure.
So, okay, let's go to the Monday night Ooh, the fest right here. We got the Buffalo Bills going into New York. No Robert Saleh. Aaron Rodgers is going to be by himself, calling his own plays, calling his own numbers, pretty much, because they're going to have an interim coach in there. I don't even know who the interim is right now. This just happened today.
It's the offensive coordinator.
Hackett?
The defense coordinator.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay. Bills minus 2.5. Two desperate fucking teams in need of a win right now, brother.
Let me tell you one thing. I'm not sure who's going to win this game, but let me tell you, I am dialed into this game. This is a statement game from both teams.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to have to make a statement.
Yeah, their Bills are 3-2. Jets are 2-3. Jets need it more than the Bills, technically.
Yes, because they're one game behind.
Yeah. Totals 41. I think this line is about right. I think the public will be on the Bills because of all the bad news on the Jets. Regardless of how many times the Bills have lost the last 2 weeks, the public is down on the Jets right now. They're just down on the Jets.
Yeah, but I mean, the Bills look pretty bad too.
Yeah, well, the Bills also had injuries. That was my whole cap on the Texans. The Bills were missing two DBs, or two linemen, one linebacker, a DB, their Taylor Rapp, their fucking safety. There was just a lot of injuries with Shakir being out for
I honestly think on the offensive side, Shakir being out was humongous.
Yeah, it was all big, man, and it all added up, and they needed all that. Think about it. They barely lost because of Allen, but they needed all of that.
Excuse me, they barely lost. They lost because of Allen?
No, I said they barely lost because of Allen. Allen kept them in the game.
Oh, I was going to say.
No, that he kept them in the game. Hey, what do you think about those play calls at the end when they just threw the ball 3 times? You're rolling your. I'm happy because they ended up covering and hitting the field goal.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I appreciated McDermott taking the blame for it, but McDermott, you've been coaching this. You've been in this league for so fucking long. What the? Not even one run?
Not even one, man.
One run?
Not even one. To give them a little more space, even to give your punter a little more space, and take some time off or take a timeout away from them.
Brother. Not only that though. The biggest thing that disappoints me about McDermott, he's been a head coach for a while. Okay. They were down most of that game. You came back. You got the momentum. Take the game into overtime because you didn't think you were going to get this far, and let's see what happens. But you didn't even give them. You gave the ball at the 50-yard line to the best kicker that kicks from 65 yards. What are you thinking? You just came back.
Yeah, and Stroud was struggling second half.
Fuck yeah, he was. You guys are coming back. Take it into overtime.
They had all the momentum, man.
Terrible coaching. I'll tell you
that was a dub for me though.
I'm gonna go off on a limb. Oh, I'm sure for you, yeah. But I'm gonna go off on a limb. If the Buffalo Bills do not make the playoffs this year, McDermott is gone.
Oh yeah, for sure. Agree.
It's gone.
So yeah, man, that wraps up the NFL slate. You're watching the Mets game right now. What were you gonna say? Something about the Phillies and the Mets, or?
Oh, dude, the Mets, the Phillies have runners on first and second with no outs. Harper comes up, strikes out. Stroud comes up, strikes out. Double play, over.
Yeah, you were going to tell me something about something that I said about the Phillies. That you said,
Yeah, you actually brought up a good point. I think several weeks before the playoffs, you told me that the Phillies are not legit, they're not real, and they're not going to go far. And right now, you look spot on.
Yeah, I mean, they have Wheeler, and they have the experience of the Phillies have been in the playoffs behind their back. I just didn't think I've seen them struggle too much this year.
It's mostly their hitting, man, because Nola's still in the game, bottom of the 6th. He only has 76 pitch count in the bottom of the 6th. Only gave up 2 runs. He's just not getting offensive help.
Yeah, story of the Dodgers' life right now. You know, Mookie Betts is 0 for 22 in his last year playoffs and this year included.
Yeah, you guys still put up a lot of runs.
What's up?
You guys are still putting up runs, brother.
Not last game.
Not last game, but dude. You guys just lost to a really good pitcher that day.
Yeah, Darvish pitched his ass off, man. Straight up.
Lights out. And you know what? I've looked at this interesting stat. Betts, Freeman, and Ohtani combined against what's his name again? Darvish is batting like 200, which is shocking. Those are the top 3 hitters batting 200 against them.
So if they go to 5, are they throwing Darvish?
How many days of rest is that? 4, 5?
5.
5?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 5.
You're throwing them in there at the same time you got your bullpen like almost always ready, just in case.
Yeah. All right. Well,
but I don't think you're gonna hit me, but don't care. I don't think it's gonna go that far. Oh, we'll see though. I'm just hoping that I don't like the Dodgers.
We'll see, man. We'll see. Well, man, that was a nice wrap up for week 6. T's having that Thursday night free pick over 47.5. I'm gonna be looking at that Ravens line just so you guys know. You have any bangers? Any other ones that you can that you're slamming? Nah, it's a little too early in the week, huh?
Yeah, it's like that's
You
the
haven't
problem,
seen
you know,
you haven't seen as
honestly,
many
to
of the
all the fans
lines. You
out
haven't
there, it's
dug in
not
as
that
much.
I'm afraid, or it's not that I don't want you guys. It's just sometimes it's just too early for me on a Tuesday to give out a completely really like sharp play, you know.
Yeah. You like doing all your digging and everything. I get it.
Just like you, right?
Oh yeah, no, I wait to see who practiced on Friday. Then I see the injury report on Saturday, and then I wake up on Sunday.
Exactly.
I kind of already have an idea, but I like to look in just before I lock in. But all right, man. Yeah, great pod. We'll do it again next week, week 7, man. Looking forward to having you guys all here. If you guys haven't found me yet, it's at CJ Wins on Telegram, at CJ Wins on Instagram too, and cjwins.com. You can get a package there. You can use promo code HALF on a package, and you'll get half off. But half off of a week. I'm sorry, half off of a week. Promo code if you listen to the pod.
Let's not forget, gentlemen, 17 straight. 17
God.
straight.
Let me try to make it 18 today.
Shit.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
If you guys want receipts, hit them up and I'll give you fucking receipts.
Oh, I got receipts. I got a ton of receipts.
Oh, yeah, call my bluff.
All right, man. Well, pleasure to have you on. We'll get back at it next week for week 7, and enjoy your week, man.
Likewise, man. You too. Good
All right, you guys all enjoy your week and have a profitable week.